What's going on, guys? I'm Socks. I'm back here with Alex.
Yo, what up?
What's going on? And I've done it. So yeah, we did it. I finally did it. I built a home gym. I mean, it's not technically a gym. It's kind of like lots of bits and pieces put together. But for all intents and purposes, I can now work at home exactly how I could have worked at the gym, which is pretty damn cool. I am so excited about this. This has been, something that we've been trying to push for a while. But let's rewind back a little bit because, me and Alex have been on this journey together. We've been in lockdown now for how many months, Alex? Have we been in lockdown for?
I don't even know. I don't have a concept of time anymore. I just know it's been a long ass time.
It's been a long time, and we've both kind of slowly been grinding our loot. Trying to find new ways to work out, adding new equipment to the mix to try and basically get the most effective workouts we can at home. We kind of started with like the bodyweight exercises. Your push-ups and your dips and all that kind of stuff. We slowly got some dumbbells, so we added those into the mix. I don't know about you, Alex. What did you manage to get equipment-wise to kind of help you?
Yeah, I mean, early on, like I got my bench. Like I kind of got one of the core pieces of equipment early on. Not that it really helped much because I didn't have much else to use it with, but like that early loot time. It's almost like when you're playing a video game and you get one of those really high level pieces of gear. You can't quite use it yet because you haven't hit the level cap yet. It's like, hey, this is your level 57 piece, but you're like, I'm only level 47. That's basically what the bench was for me because I had it, I could use it, but I couldn't fully use it. So yeah, I got the bench, I just got bands, and we basically, early quarantine was like literally, let's buy anything and everything we can that's currently available on Amazon. The scalpers aren't trying to charge you astronomical prices for, and we ran with it, right?
Absolutely. And we had great fun with it as well. Like we got some solid workouts in. We've learned a lot about, how to use our body weight effectively, how to use bands effectively, and it's been good. But it kind of feels like that part in the video game where you only get like the grey, the green, and like maybe the blue drops, and you're kind of like, oh yeah, this is fun, but this isn't really hitting the same spot, right? Like bands are cool. I love bands. Resistance bands are great. But when you get hit in the back with one of those, oh my gosh, the pain. It's horrible.
Yeah, I mean, it's true, right? I mean, bands are incredibly versatile. I've put a ton of respect on them, and the one thing I think I've learned from this whole process is that whenever we can finally start traveling again, I am going to be taking bands with me anytime I go on holiday. But following that, we then started kind of working into picking up like the blues and the purples. Things started to get slightly more exciting because after being in quarantine for a while, stocks or like shops started to have things back in stock, so we started to pick up a few different things. Socks got like more weights. You picked up some weights from Chart, right?
Yeah, so I lucked out. Well, first I got my weights from my dad's. I got the rusty plates, which were not a lot, but they kind of worked out. They kept me going. But yeah, I lucked out with Yeti Fist, one of our friends who also plays lots of games too, and he gave me 120 kg worth of plates for 60 quid, which is a deal.
There's no scalping here. That is our friend's bargain discount.
Absolutely. So shouts out to Yeti Fist for keeping me solid during this time, man.
I still haven't kind of lucked out too much. I haven't been able to pick up a great deal. I picked up some other stuff. Obviously I got my chop fit. I got some battle ropes. I'm just buying whatever I can. But I did manage to place an order. It hasn't arrived yet. It's taken I ordered this a month ago. I'm currently waiting for about 170 kilograms worth of plates. I've got an Olympic bar and plates supposedly on the way. I don't know what they're doing with it, but that's kind of my epic loot that should arrive at some point. But you managed to pick up some epic loot, right?
Yeah, I got those exotics, boys. I got those exotics. It's so good. I managed to pick up trap bar, Olympic trap bar. I managed to pick up a safety squat bar too, and 100 kg worth of narrow bumper plates. So I am set. But the best thing is the power cage. Like this thing, oh my goodness, guys! Like every exercise you want to do, you can do it. It's so good. They basically allow you to like squat, bench safely on your own. You can use it to hang stuff off, use your bands. You can do pull-ups, dips, like everything that you kind of want to do to get an effective training like effective training regime, it's all there. So good. It took like an hour to set up, and I cannot fault it. It is like the best thing that I think I bought fitness wise to keep me going during this period. I'm actually tempted, guys, to cancel my Pure Gym membership. Like I'm that serious about it.
It's funny you say that, right? Because like that's the thing. Like now we kind of got these things. Like although I'm still there's some stuff I haven't necessarily got at home, or like proper like cable stack and things like that. But like when my stuff finally arrives and I start to get those things, like one of the things that it has taught me and has taught both of us since we've been at home is that like just how much you can do and get like an efficient workout at home. To the point where I'm like, when gyms open up, because obviously it's going to be a little while before we kind of feel comfortable to kind of fully go back. I'm just like, do I necessarily need to go back, or can I do most of what I need at home, right? So yeah, you're just, I mean, you're basically set. There's a couple things you could get one of those pulley systems so you can then just like set up effectively a cable stack using plates, right? And then you basically be set.
Exactly, and also, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I'm using like a 5-inch barbell to bench, which means it sits within the cage, which means I can't put more weight on, and I can't screw the ends on to make it safe, so it's a little bit of a risky setup. Speaking of risky setups, I'm also technically not using. It's also not a proper bench. In fact, it was a picnic bench. Now you guys might laugh at me. But you guys have tried to buy a bench during this time. It's not happening.
It's not easy, happening. But I'm not gonna lie. Like the other day, we were doing a workout on the weekend, and Socks was like, "Yo, you know where I live, yeah?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "If this bench goes wrong, you can call the emergency service." I'm just like, I'm having to spot you from like miles away over Discord. Like this is every time he lies down on the bench, I'm just like, please, not today, not today. This is, you know what it's like with you having you've got everything bar the bench, and I've got the bench bar everything. You know what it's like? It's like when you're playing a loot game, right? You've got 4 out of 5 pieces of the gear set, and you haven't quite completed it, and I've got the other gear set piece, but the game doesn't let you trade because it hasn't got a trading system in. So you're just like, I need the chest piece to finish the set, and you haven't quite got it.
Shouts out to Division with that solid trading system. I appreciate you so much. Thank you.
True. But yeah, no, it is awesome. It is awesome. Honestly, like it was so exciting to kind of like, see that sort of come together, and having that like in your garage is just like, yeah, I mean, okay, we might not have the ultimate garage gym setup, but you know what is really exciting about this? This is almost kind of like Video Games 1.0. Like this is our very first, I mean, it's yours, but I mean, principally in the video game space,
this is ours, like bro. This is ours.
Yeah,
this is our first together.
Gym. Exactly, right? And then fast forward, like, I don't know, in a few months or a few years, hopefully we'll have other garage gyms, and then we can look back and this will be the progress.
Absolutely. It took us a while to get this stuff, I'm not gonna lie, but there are some tips we could probably give you guys to help out. For example, signing up to stock alerts on as many sites as you need to sign up to. Keep an eye on that stuff going live, because otherwise you're just sitting on websites refreshing like every 2 seconds. Sign up to stock alerts. When that stuff goes for sale, buy it ASAP. That's pretty much what we did. I kind of locked down some of the plates and stuff, but essentially that's your best option really if you guys are trying to train at home. Yeah. Sometimes
you can sort of make exceptions. Like, in an ideal world, when we started looking for things, we were like, all right, I need a 7-foot Olympic barbell. I just need it. It just has to happen, right? But then when you start to kind of think about things in a different sense, like Socks was like, oh, I can't get a barbell for squats, but suddenly a safety bar was on on sale. It's like, it might not have been what he initially wanted, but sometimes if you make those kind of exceptions, it still kind of lets you get the workout in, and then later on you can always upgrade. I feel like anything you pick up is always going to be valuable long term anyway, so sometimes just don't get too stuck on exactly what you want, see if there's something like closely related, and then you can start filling in some gaps until suddenly you're just sitting on like a bunch of equipment. You're like, actually, I've got a pretty good home workout going on.
So yeah, that's pretty much it for this week, guys. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Instagram. Make sure you're clicking the notifications icons so you get alerted when we do new videos. Make sure you subscribe, important. And keep moving, and we'll catch up with you guys next time.